How long are these patch notes? Are you guys ready? The patch notes are... I mean, hey, I read through the entire Uma Musume doc, boys. Okay? I read through 100 pages of Uma Musume doc. This is fine. All right. Here we go. Let's get started. How long do you think this is going to take me to get through? Act 4. The third edict content updates adds Act 4. The next chapter in Path of Exile 2 storyline, continuing from Act 3. Oriani has agreed to help you find an ancient weapon that can be used against oppression. The instrument of the third edict. Journey to Kingsmarsh. Hire a ship and set sail. Discover the Namahu Archipelago, home to the Karui tribes. From the pristine beaches of Wakapanu Island to the volcanic shores of the Alakin, there are 8 islands to explore, each with its own dangers, of course. Bosses. Act 4 is completely non-linear. Yo, that's badass, man. You can visit the islands, and I wonder, can you do, if you really like one item's density and layout, can you do one item over and over and over to get the same XP to move on, or do you have to do every island? Interludes. The third edict also marks the removal of cruel difficulty. You got the pronunciation wrong for the island? Okay, Merriam-Webster, chill out. We've introduced 3 new temporary interludes, a set of side stories that will take you to level 65. That is a very high level where the endgame begins. Rise of the Abyssals. Start fresh in a new economy. All of your old characters from early access are still present, but a free pass-free refund has been granted due to the changes. Whoa. We would highly encourage you to join the new leagues to fully take in the changes we made with the point 3 update. Actually. Created by forbidden necromantic magic during the age of the precursors, the Abyssals have been biding their time underground, now obeying the will of their general. They are emerging from the depths from fissures spreading across all raid class. Fight this ancient evil, seal the fissures, and resist the rise of the Abyssals. In Path of Exile is full first league. Guys, you guys can say that you were here. You were here for PoE 2's first league ever. You're gonna be able to tell your kids and your grandkids that you played PoE 2 back in the day. You know, they're gonna be like, Grandpa, what was PoE 2 like? Right? And now you can be like, oh, sit down, little buddy. Let me tell you about this. In your travels throughout raid class, you will encounter fissures in the ground, sapping the life force of monsters above. Slaying the mobs will trigger the Abyssal to emerge, enhanced with extra necromantic abilities from those whose power they were draining. Okay. You will need to defeat them to close the abyss. Okay, so it's like a free juiced rare per abyssal hole. Nice. Are rares still like actually kind of rare in maps, or are there like plenty of rares now? Abysses increase in size, power, and variety as you go through the game. Closing them will reveal abyssal troves of valuable items, and sometimes allow you to travel underground to engage with the abyssal directly. As you close the abysses, you may find ancient bones that can be used to imbue your items with abyssal magic, adding hidden abyssal modifiers, using the Well of Souls, which you discover in Act 2. Oh, so this is going to be in every zone. Boys, are you guys going to do this league mechanic while leveling or no? I mean, if there's a guaranteed rare, that could be... You could have some juiced leveling, but if you like follow it the wrong direction and stuff, even powerful mods that were not previously possible to craft will be unlocked. It could be a great way to just like get fully rared out of your mind by the end of Act 2. The Well of Souls can also affect your waystones, granting new modifiers that will push difficulty and rewards to new heights. Delve into the abyssal depths, swarming with legions of the undead and guarding powerful rewards. Discover an ominous ancient spire and challenge the abyssal commanders in their attempt to plunge raid class into a lightless void. There are standard hardcore soul stuff variations of the Rise of Abyssal League available. They have the same core mechanics and items, and you create private league versions of these leagues. Major character balance overhaul. Woo! In point 3, we're making very significant changes to character balance across the entire game. Our goal is to increase build diversity by making many more skills and character archetypes viable into the endgame. Oh my god. Support gems are an area that got some of the most major changes to the core design. They are what enable so many interesting mechanics and different ways to play. But PoE 2's support gem system has just never been quite right. One of the major issues is the limitation of only having one support gem of each type on your character. We didn't want builds to become just using the same 5 most powerful supports on every skill. But we also want to encourage you to combo your abilities. We've removed the restriction of having one of each support gem per character. You can now use as many copies as you like. Many supports now have multiple tiers as you progress through the game. Hey, you know what they should do? They should take it one further and let you use multiple of a support gem in one skill. Like, if you want to have 5 GMPs in one skill, you should be able to do that, right? Come on. Is that a good idea? I feel like that's a really good idea. And they're all multiplicative too, okay? So you have 2 GMPs. It's not like 4 extra proj. It's 16 extra proj. Right? Come on. We've added 11 new support gems with 0.30. Whoa. We've also introduced 40 lineage supports, much more powerful supports that are only available in the end game. So you have to focus from these from bosses. That's cool. A number of support gems with simple effects have been renamed with names that more previously hinted at their functionality. You know, I do like target farming. I think target farming is insane. Wait, guys, in how many hours is last Epoch launch? You know what's insane, guys? We just got a banger of a league and very hype PoE 2 news. But today is last Epoch day too. Yeah. Last Epoch behind Ancient Skies. In 10 hours? Bro, this might be a 24-hour stream. Wait, it launches in the morning? This might be a 24-hour stream. ARPG timeline. What? It launches in the morning. What the hell? Wait, I don't even know what I'm going to be playing, dude. This is going to be a 24-hour stream. Jeez. So we get to play for a week straight? No, 8 days. 8.5 days straight. And then we go straight into PoE. Oh my god, that's going to be insane. That's actually going to be insane. Okay. Blood in the eyes. Discombobulate. Unstable. Okay, these are all can all be used to be engraved in the gem company, and existing gems will be deleted upon logging in. Well, hey, what's your starter build in last Epoch, guys? I need a good starter build. I'm thinking Void Knight. Update the wording for support gems, which add a cooldown to support skills. This has not resulted in a change in functionality with the exception of Expand support, which incorrectly had a 6-second cooldown when it stayed at 8 seconds. It now correctly has an 8-second cooldown. Update the description of last grass support to mention that supported minions die before the support's duration expires if they take damage exceeding their maximum life while fatally wounded. This function is already present but previously not mentioned. Hey, are you guys going to play single player or online? Because if you play Circle of Fortune, there's no difference. There's no difference between online and offline, right? You know, Void Knight Auto Bomber. Support gems, which support skills you can use yourself, can no longer support persistent skills. They can still support gems that have both a persistent component and manually active component, such as Plague Bearer. In addition, we have fixed a bug where numerous supports which support skills you use yourself could support skills used by totems or triggered skills. We fixed a bug. These no longer do so unless they specify otherwise. Verify the wording on muster support to specifically to the number of different reviving minions that you have. Online, the trade UI got revamped. Well, I don't play trade in last Epoch. I think in last Epoch it's better played Circle of Fortune. Hey, you know, I wonder if there's gonna be a dupe bug in PoE 2. Because, like, you know how in last Epoch when they introduced like the trade, every single season so far there's been a gold dupe bug where like people just dupe like billions of gold early on, right? So, like, I mean, having a skill with sockets, support gems do not meet the attribute requirements for now. For now, just disables just those supports instead of disabling the entire skill. The Lightning, Cold, Fire, Chows, and Fusion support gems have been renamed to Lightning, Cold, Fire, Chows attunement, okay? New content and features. New Strength Gem. Fortifying Cry. Perform a war cry that grants guard and causes subsequent shield attacks to release an empowered shockwave when dealing damage. The skill's cooldown can be bypassed by expending an endurance charge. Shield attacks release an empowered shockwave. Whoa. Yeah, I wonder if I should go online or offline for last Epoch if I play COF. Because if you play online, you get to use your MTX, right? I don't think offline has MTX, does it? That's like the only benefit you get if you play Circle of Fortune, right? There's no like, I don't know, like what's... Oh wait, it does? Wait, I can use all the MTX I bought in offline mode? So what is the benefit of playing online now? What does online COF do then? Right? Doesn't it just add loading screens to your zones instead of... If you never plan to do party play or trade, then you just go offline. Then you dodge the servers. Oh, there's in-game chat. Yo, you gotta have the in-game chat. You gotta have the in-game chat, right? Whew. Oh, leaderboard. Okay, strange at Forge Hammer. You throw a fiery hammer that slams to the ground and lodges there. While it's lodged, reusing it recalls it and resets the skills. Alternatively, using a hammer near the lodged hammer causes it to shatter. Oh, war cry. Releasing a number of molten fissures in a spiral. Combo gem. People can't link items to you. Added a new strength skill gem, Ancestral Cry. Perform a war cry using glory gained by igniting enemies to turn you into the embodiment of Comb. While embodying Comb, your footsteps trigger volcanic steps, melee strikes, and slams are ancestrally boosted, and your melee attacks hits trigger volcanic eruption. Added a new dex skill gem, Toxic Domain. Oh, this is just the new Toxic Rain, huh? Offline is heavy for permanent. Yeah, do you think they ironed out the servers though? Like last league and last epoch, were there server issues or no? The first league they released online was really bad. Couldn't get to the second zone after the town, but didn't they fix it? Or was there still issues last league? I don't remember. I actually don't remember. I feel like it felt like okay-ish. I don't remember like getting like triggered by the LE52, right? Oh, lastly, it did have a few hours of server outage. Yikes! I mean, we just play Uma Musume Horse Girl breeding in the meantime if the servers go out. It took a day or so to fix it. Ugh, a day lost. Ice-tipped arrows. Empower your next barrageable bow or projectile attacks to create ice fragments. This skill can be bypassed by extending Frenzy. Int Gem. Frost Darts. Conjure icy proj that launch towards the target. Projectiles that hit a chilled or frozen arc can create chunks of ice that deal additional damage on impact on the ground. Consumes cold infusion if possible to cause each proj to lodge into enemy then explode. Add a new strength persistent buff. Iron Ward. While active, stores a percentage of physical damage that is prevented by your armor or other sources of damage reduction. Using the skill releases the stored damage as a nova spikes. Okay. Added a new dex strength persistent buff gem. Mortar Cannon. Let me go turn off my air conditioning. It's kind of cold in here. Okay, I'm back. You were sitting in voice chat with your mate playing offline, and he got a few acts ahead of us. Linkroy says, I can get Twitch drop? I have no idea. I don't think there's Twitch drops right now for PoE2, are there? Well, let me ask you something. How about this? If you refresh the chat at the top, if there are any drops for any game, it'll just have a big banner, right? If there's no banner, then there's no drops. Yeah, Twitch does like a pretty good job of telling you, I think, right? Okay. Mirage Archer. While active. So this is... Now, persistent buff. Do these cost spirit reservation? Is that what persistent buff means? So if you dodge, you create a Mirage Archer. And it uses the socketed range attacks for a short duration. Then vanish. You cannot create another Mirage while one exists. Or for a short time after it vanishes. Oh, man. Dodge rolling while you are unable to create a new Mirage will restart this timer. Okay. Added a new int persistent buff. Ravenous Swarm. Dog. Yo, tell it to my 9. Welcome back, buddy. Thanks for 6 total months. Thank you, sir. So this one is, while active and enemies are nearby, swarms of insects emerge from your body. And they pursue enemies. The swarms are untargetable minions that periodically attack and poison enemies. Yo, it's like the locust from Diablo 2, in the desert. Okay, I mean, I wonder if you could make this into a full skill. It's like, you know, unkillable minions, pretty cool. Added a new intelligence gem, Siphon Elements. While active, has a chance to create an infusion when you inflict a ailment. Okay, that's cool. And but then like, man, having to go pick up your infusion and then use it. I mean, I wonder if there's like a limit to this, right? Like if you freeze the whole pack, can you get like 10 infusions stored at once or no? Grim Feast. Oh, it's back. Hey, remember Grim Feast, guys? This was like on every build. Grim Feast has been completely reworked and re-enabled. Yes. Instead of granting energy shield, it now allows you to collect remnants for your dead reviving minions. Then activate the skill to instantly revive minions. Wait, you collect... Okay, so when your minion dies, you collect the remnant. And then so it's an instant revive for minions. Okay, that is, I feel like that's kind of trash. But like, I mean, sure, we'll have to ask Gazzy. Added, hey, don't make fun of minions, dude. When the game launched, remember that infernal minion build? It was so good. The arsonists were so good, dude. It made the game smooth, except for the doorways. Like the UI, like the command bug was like kind of scuffed, but add a new passive keystone. Okay, ritual cadence. It changes your invocation trigger every 2 seconds instead of all at once, but trigger skills consume less energy. Added a new keystone passive to the northwest of Witch Sorceress. Black Flame Ring. Converts all fire damage to Chow's damage. With this damage contributing to ignite chance and magnitude. And ignites inflicted with fire skills, dealing Chow's damage. Okay. Does that apply to the dot damage? Like the fire dot damage is also purple now? Added a new keystone from the Monk, Walker of the Wilds. This keystone causes mana leech to recover based on ally damage. Oh, we saw this in the trailer. Yeah, we have greater and perfect versions of transmutes, augmentations, Chow's orbs, regal orbs, and exalted orbs. Whoa. Added a new type of currency. Hina Kor's Lock, dude. This is gonna be like 80 divines. Added over 10 new. They like forget how many. Added over 10 new unique items. There's gonna be some chase items in here. Maybe, what if Mage Blood is in the game? They had Mage Blood. Added 50 new base item types. 20 new endgame maps. I bet these are gonna be good layouts. There's gonna be some insane layouts in here for sure. 15 new omens. Wait, here goes like it's 200 divines right now in PoE 1? Damn, dude. Currently, access to the most pinnacle content requires the same key at the easiest and most difficult version of the content. This creates a negative feeling when at lower difficulties. Instead of wanting to run the content, you're better off just selling it. To address this, each content, excluding the Arbiter of Ash, will now drop splinters, which will not form into singular items. Instead of using the singular combining item in the Realm Gate, you can now just bring the splinters. Okay, cool. Dude, hey, but what if Mage Blood constantly applies your mana and life flask? Would that be good? Like imagine if Mage Blood said your mana and life flask are always active. I mean, it could be good, right? Come on. Like insane healing and mana I mean, maybe. As a result, no timer for reading notes. I'm speed reading, bro. Like this will take me 10 minutes max. As a result of this change, the corresponding Alex pass tree no longer affects the difficulty of the content and has been changed to purely affect the content in the maps. Existing simulacrum completion's audience can be right-clicked to grant 100 splinters. Oh. The Arbiter of Ash Boss now is a static difficulty encounter with infinite portals. Oh, shit. Wait, it's always infinite. Wait, so can you just corpse rush this boss? Wait, what does infinite portals mean? If I die, I can... Oh, if you die, it resets, but you can try infinite. Oh, that's so good. That is actually so good. So you can like actually prog the boss if you're bad at the game. I see. It's like Lost Ark, dude. Lost Ark, little circle reset. Any Lost Ark enjoyers? Dude, that was a fun 2 hours of Lost Ark this morning. You know, 3 streams in one day. Lost Ark was interesting experience yesterday. Okay, the Arbiter of Ash passive skill tree has been removed, and some of the bonuses have become inherent to the Arbiter of Ash's drops. Added an Uber version of Arbiter of Ash, which requires new Calamity Fragments. These are obtained from Citadel bosses, but only once you've allocated maximum points for your boss Atlas stream, ensuring those Citadels are at highest difficulty. Acquiring map boss Atlas pass points has been adjusted. These are now obtained by... Oh! So first you gotta kill a boss in 79 plus, that's 6 mods. Then 80, 6 mods. Then an anomaly map boss in 79 plus 6 mods. And then Citadel map boss. Cool. Completing the Pinnacle of Flame quest. Ulroth, the Origin of the Fall, no longer spawns in logbooks. Mysterious anomalies can now appear in the Atlas. Mysterious anomalies. Okay. Modifiers on Wastelands have been reworked. Now every mod is a downside. Okay, just like PoE 1. And a specific upside. Okay, pack size. And some... So you're guaranteed Waystone map drop chance, and then you either probably get like pack size or rarity. Downside modifiers have been made weaker to account for the ability to have more present than before. Arbiter is hard. You know what's really hard? You know in last epoch, that Aberoth or whatever his name is? Not hard. Unidentified corrupted wastelands can now be used to access a corrupted Wait, what is a corrupted nexus? Damn, I am such a noob. I don't know these terms. If you corrupt, so wastelands are maps. So if you have a corrupted map, it can be used to access a corrupted nexus. What is that? We got 1 week of last epoch. Dude, 1 week is good for last epoch. You can get pretty juiced up in a week. Play a couple builds. They're added in 0.2. Good change. So you can use a corrupted map to access a thing. Okay. Wastelands can no longer have greater than 8 mods. What the? They have more than 8 mods. Items found in very high level areas that can have random quality can now have up to 30% quality. Quality currency still cannot apply more than 20% quality of an item. Hey, you know, I think guys, I found a fix for the towers, guys. You want to hear my fix for the towers? Okay, towers are no longer radius based. When you do a tower, you literally have the Egon mechanic from PoE 1. Okay? So every tower you do has like the 2 altars from Egon, and you choose one, and that modifier stays with you for 5 maps. Solved, right? So now you find 3 towers, you get to them, you run the 3 towers, and then now you have 3 different mods that stay with you for any 5 maps you want. You don't have to like chain to like an area. You just click on any map you want, right? Right. Like it's like that way it's exciting because it's like, oh shit. Now I have the Egon modifiers that stay with me. Wouldn't that just be better? Then you would actually be super excited because like then it'd be like a free 16.5 that's like already rolled or something. You just run the towers? Yeah, but the towers are like you have to place in a tablet and you gotta like it's like in the radius and it has to overlap. This would just be you find a tower, you go run it, and you get a random Egon 2 altar choice. Right? Does it stack? Well, yeah, like it would be the same way it works in PoE 1. Like in PoE 1, the Egon things stack. So like it'd be better if like it didn't count the towers as a map. So you can do like 3 towers and you have 3 mods that last for 5 maps, for example. Wouldn't that be sick? Items that have maximum 2 sockets can now have a very low chance of 3 sockets. Yo. Okay. Items that can have a maximum of 1 socket now have a very low chance of generating with 2 sockets in higher maps. The Abyss map has been renamed to Marrow. Atlas passes free changes. The detailed record exhibition notable has now provides +1 level exhibition logbooks found in your maps. The logbooks have 4 implicit mods from 3. No longer price 30% quantity dropped by runic mods. The he is coming. He approaches. Ritual Nobles passive now provides revived monsters. Ritual altars in your maps have 40% increased chance to be magical, where previously 20. Hey, that's pretty good. It no longer causes ritual favors in your maps to have a 30% increased chance to contain audience with a king. Essence rework has 4 tiers now. He is coming. The he is coming notable. Lesser, normal, and greater essence can upgrade magic to rare, adding a guaranteed mod. Instead of adding a modifier to a certain tag, essences now add a specific modifier depending on the tier of essence and type. Perfect essences obtained through corruption from a random mod and augments a rare item with a new guaranteed. 7 new types of essences. Torment has been renamed to Essences of Abrasion. That probably means that like Torment is getting added to the game, right? Because like they renamed the Abyss up here from a map just because of the Abyss League. So the fact that they renamed Torment means that that ghosts are coming soon. Probably not as a league, right? You can't have Torment as a league. That's not gonna work. Okay, this is not like the first 2 years of PoE 1. It would just have to be like a Wisp edition, right? Like along with like the league. Oh, it's already in. Wait, Torment is in the game already? Dude, how much am I of a noob in PoE? Wait, ghosts? I don't remember seeing any ghosts flying around. Really? Wait, are you sure? No, Wisp is Wildwood. Wisp is not the same as ghosts. I'm talking about Torment ghosts, you know, like Chauncey and Unrelenting Torment stuff. Or would be. Oh, is that actually what they call the Wisp in the game? Like what the NPC guy that you meet in Act 1 calls them? I want like the actual ghost that can inhabit a rare and like give weird stuff, you know? I want like, you know, I want like Fairgrave's Tricorn stuff. I want like the keystone behind Unrelenting Torment, you know? That's exactly what it does. That's what the wisps do. I thought the wisp just touched the monsters and gave them better drops. Wait, is wisp just torment? Surely torment could be some different thing. Delwyn no longer appears alongside. Oh wait, maybe. Okay, wait, hold on. Maybe. Okay, unique strongholds now have their own unique minimap icons. Oh, so you won't miss a box anymore. Add a minimap icon to the Rain Festival Beetle monster from the unique strongbox. Delwyn no longer appears alongside Wisp during the campaign after the first time you encounter him. As Mirror Spirits now start appearing from hunting grounds and beyond instead of the Grellwood. Oh, so they moved it back a little bit. Okay. Right, because like you don't, maybe for some people, they don't have enough gear or they're too bad. Like their build is too bad to like be able to kill that first rare. Skill and percent buffs now sell to the vendors for gold based on level and rarity. Nice. Oh, so you can vendor the gems to destroying them. The hooded one can no longer be placed in your hideout. You're still able to identify items from it in town. Doriani will continue to serve as a source of item. I don't know, because the story has progressed. Certain bosses, arena entrances no longer have a teleport for party members to enter after the fight has started. They can just walk in. You are not able to log directly into town or hideout by holding control when selecting a character. Oh, wow. Yo, what the hell? This is, wait, this, no one's talking about this. That saves you one button press. Hey, one loading screen, right? Instead of loading to like, you know, Act 2 and then pressing the button and then getting another loading screen, you go to your hideout. You just instantly go to your hideout. That's nice. That is very nice, actually, for mapping. Okay. It's the small things, guys. It's the small things. You can now use checkpoints to warp to the waypoint in areas as well as other checkpoints. You can use checkpoints to warp to the waypoint. Omens can now stack with a... Oh, we need this in PoE 1. Orb of Chance has new 3D art. Uncut skills or support reservation gems can now be traded through the currency exchange. Wait, what? You couldn't buy these before through the currency exchange? Interesting. Party members can no longer fruitlessly attempt to open expedition portals. NVIDIA Reflex has been re-enabled. What is NVIDIA Reflex? Player changes. Huh. Okay. Oh, here we go. The big stuff. Does that reduce like input latency and stuff or what? While holding on the dodge roll, your character will now go into a sprint after they finish the dodge roll. Sprint is available on all classes, and there's no limit to how much you can sprint for. Yeah, but if you add a stamina bar, you can now add stamina potions to the game. Don't you love running out of stamina? The primary purpose of the sprint feature is to make navigating areas easier when out of combat. Though if you do take a hit while sprinting, you'll fall to the ground. Yo, Swins, thanks for 19 trillion light years in a row. Welcome back. You can no longer socket multiple copies of the same skill gem into your main skill sockets. Skills not granted by gems and skill socket and persistent buffs do not count towards this limit. You can still have multiple copies of specters or tame beasts, but only one of each kind of monsters. Ashfruit requirements has been lowered, particularly at Endgame. Endgame base types on average have 20 to 25% less attributes. Nice. That's good. And then also with the attributes on skill gems as well. This is probably like, man, for the early game as well. This mentions Endgame, but like surely it applies to the Endgame as well. Or sorry, the early game as well. The like having to deal with stats and respec early on was so bad. This is incredible change here. Okay. Yep. Fire damage no longer inherently has a chance to ignite. Instead, it inflicts flammability on the enemy based on damage dealt. It's a debuff that lasts for 4 seconds, grants all fire damage against the enemy a chance to ignite. Multiple hits can stack flam independently, meaning that target being hit frequently or hard enough will consistently have a 100% chance to be ignited. Okay, cool. Effects which don't hit but ignite targets as though they did also inflict flammability. Are not able to ignite targets until the target has 100% flam. Is Astromantes, is it still like the rarest item in the game? Or did they like do a balance pass on uniques to drop more? I think I remember hearing something like that in Dawn the Hunt. But I don't remember. Okay. Anything that removes, consumes, or grants immunity to ignite does the same for flam. These changes do not reflect how ignite itself functions or is calculated. These changes also apply to any non... From what I remember, you know how I know? I heard that Ignite was really bad in PoE 2 from a Sir Gog video. I remember he's mentioned a couple times in his videos, random, he's like, Ignite sucks. Ignite is bad in PoE 2. Maybe Ignite. Remember Ignite in PoE 1? Ignite Prolif? It was insane, dude. Ignite Prolif early in PoE 1 was like, holy shit, dude. Shock now lasts 8 seconds on non-players by default, so they doubled the shock thing. Wait, can I play Lightning Arrow Deadeye? Chill now lasts 8 seconds on non-players by default, previously 2 seconds. It still lasts 2 seconds on players. Chills on a target are now discarded if their magnitude is less than 30%. Okay. Overflow effects on life, mana, energy shield can now overflow the maximum by 1.5 times instead of 2 times. Nerfed. Light stun chances of less than 50% are now treated as 0. Previously described as less than 10%, but actually less than 20% for monsters being stunned and less than 12% for players. Elemental exposure now has 15% less effect on magic mobs, 30% less on rares, and 50% less effect on uniques. Damn. Nerfed. Unarmed attacks now have a base crit of 5%. Wait. Can we get this in PoE 1? Bro, being able to crit on Hollow Palm would be so good. Yo, 5% base crit would actually help a lot. Glory now decays if you haven't gained any for 15 seconds. That's like the... Is this the banner mechanic? Oily ground's duration is now refreshed if it catches fire. Gaining guard, if you already have guard, no longer replaces existing guard. If the new amount you would gain would be lower than what you already had. Okay. It increases the duration of the existing guard. Ice crystals will now instantly shatter from hits that consume freeze, as this is now default behavior. Glacial Cascade and Fragmentation rounds no longer specifically call out this behavior. Added a new mechanic called Elemental Infusion that many elemental spells interact with. Doesn't the Amulet Rigval's Curse do that? Usually right now with PoE 1 Hollow Palm, you use Astromantes while you're leveling at level 19 or something. Some skills create infusions of a specific element with remnants on it, which can be picked up to grant the infusion. Other skills can consume infusions of a specific type to grant additional bonuses. I wonder how many infusions you can stack, right? If you can pick up like a shit ton and then use them all on a rare or a boss, that would be sick. Or if it's like, you know, an E33 where like she can get like the stains, but you can only hold like 4. The following have been renamed to avoid confusion with the new elemental infusion things. Okay. Reloading a crossbow and switching ammo no longer reduces movement speed. Oh, you can triple infuse some skills. Okay, so you can probably hold like 1 infusion of each element. Blocking is no longer limited to strikes and proj. All hits. Wait, is block OP? Wait, can you block spells? Anything that's not a flashing red thing, all hits can be blocked. Wait a minute. Max block might be insane. It's like, you don't need to hold up your shield to block, right? Like, you can just get natural block chance in like a 360 around you. Dude, that could be OP. Wait, how much block chance can you get now? 50%? Oh, block chance is nerfed all around. You'll reach it at the bottom of the patch notes. It's capped at 50% chance to take no damage from a hit is insane, though. As long as you don't have to hold up your shield, right? That's crazy. What? I guess if you get lucky, I guess it's like 75% still. Raise shield and parry now require you to face the enemy that's hitting you. Wait, is Fallen in PoE 2? Rather than the direction from which the hit originates, some monster skills for which directionality is unclear have been changed to be blockable from any direction using these skills. Okay, raise shield and parry require you to face the enemy. You have to face the enemy. Okay. Player, minion, and monster base max block is 50% now. Oh. Whoa. Effects which set a maximum for volatility now properly do so instead of being additive. Players now gain 6 accuracy per level, previously 3, for each point of dex, and now grants 6 accuracy rating, previously 5. Oh, each point of dex is now 6 instead of 5. Hey, accuracy buff. Cool. The accuracy fall penalty now linearly interpolates from 2 meters down to 12 meters. The maximum penalty being 90% at 12 meters. Less accuracy rating. Oh wait, 9 meters. Oh wait, 9 meters, 9% accuracy rating penalty. Previously, there was no maximum, and at 40 meters, you had 100% less accuracy rating. Jeez, dude. Player minions now always hit with their attacks. That's good. Spell block doesn't exist, so that's cool. Dude, I feel like max block could be insane. Did they make the map smaller? Nothing in the patch notes so far, but they added 20 new maps. Player pro skills now fire a minimum of 1 proj, even if they should fire 0. Oh, there's probably like some map mod or like some... There's probably like some mod that makes you fire less proj. Swapping weapons is now instant. All charge-consuming skills now pause their corresponding charge's duration while in use. LE damage recouped as life and Fizz recouped as life, now display in the life section of character panel. I mean, look, you shouldn't be mad about large maps. You should be excited about, because like if you don't die, don't you have infinite portals for maps now? So you just go back to town and store like more loot, right? Like you used the tablets on towers, so you actually want larger maps, don't you? You don't want smaller maps when like we have a tower system. Clarified on the stun keyword that monster melee damage has 33% more light stun and heavy stun build up. Okay. Updated ice crystal keyword lookups. Ascendancy changes. Whoa. Okay, Warbringer. Answer call provides +1 max totems. We saw all this in the trailer, right? The Renlies. The Great Wolf's Howl passives and removed. The Warcaller's Bellow notable now also provides ignore Warcry cooldowns. Cool. Ancestral Spirit skills granted by Answered Call notable skill no longer grants minions from the skill have up 1% increased accuracy per 3. It now has 1% increased attack speed. Whoa, deck stacking warrior. Only major issue is towers now. I mean, are towers still annoying to do? Like, does it still put a little, does it still cuck your like flow state a little bit when you have to do towers, or no? Right? What is the what's the you know, what's the deal there? Oh shit, yo, I missed this thing. Yo, Skipahi, I'm sorry guys, I am so ungrateful. Yo, Skipahi, thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Sorry I missed it, buddy. Okay. Yeah, he didn't put like a comment on the thing, so it didn't play through the TTS. My bad, dude. Thanks. Yo, Skippy, I'm gonna. How do you feel about me using your money for horse girls, though? Thank you for that donation. I'm gonna use it for horse girls. Thank you, sir. Horse girl enjoyer over here. Thank you, Mr. Skippy. Big support there. The gotcha fund. Okay, the Turtle Charm notable now no longer grants 25% less block chance or can block damage from all hits while shield is not raised. Instead, it now provides you take 30% of damage from block hits and max block is 75. Yo, Leaves 101, thank you for the prime, dude. Thanks for 35 trillion light years. Appreciate that. Refresh for no ads. The towers are a lot more like maps than they used to be. So running a tower is like probably fun now, right? You guys probably have fun running towers and putting like which tablet I'm gonna use. Which tablet I'm gonna use on this tower? I'm so excited to juice it up, you know? They add a ton of pack size and bosses and loot and stuff to towers. Okay. Reefus for 4 trillion light years. Thank you, sir. Wrench is due. You waste like 10 maps to path to each tower. Jonathan addressed in the Q&A that towers are ass. Did he say that? Jonathan said that towers are ass? I feel that's not something Jonathan would say. I feel like Jonathan always tries to like defend the mechanic that's in the game. He did? He said it's ass? Yo, we're gonna get some insane stuff. Guys, I feel like, here's my prediction, okay? Clip this. Some kind of altars are coming back, okay? Towers are gonna get replaced with zones that give you some kind of altar. Egan altar would be the best because it carries over from map to map. That would be so insane, right? Stacks of Jade granted by the Jade Heritage notable passive skill are no longer lost when taking physical damage from a hit. Ancestral Spirits has been improved. They appear faster and start using skills sooner. So everything's going towards more speed. This is great. I haven't seen that crazy of nerfs yet. Ancestral Jade Hulk no longer charges. It increases the Warcry buff nearby allies at 50% increased damage. Ancestral... Wait, the Jade Hulk is from Toda. That was yesterday? Wasn't the point 2 interview? His exact words were towers are asshole juice. Smith of Katava. This was a good, this is like the Quinn Ascendancy. The flowing metal passive skills now cause body armor to have 35% armor applied to elemental damage. Leather bindings generate 3% max life. Manifest weapon granted by living weapon notable no longer grants minions from the skill to have 1% accuracy and now has attack speed. Yo, minion Smith of Katava. Does this have the tink skill? The tink, tink, tink. And then your weapon has like 6 attacks or something with big damage. But then after you're done, you got tink again during the boss fight. The small passive skill prior to living weapon has 5% increased strength. That minions deal 20% damage. Gemling Legionnaire. Advanced Thaumaturgy no longer grants 30% less cost of skills or skill gems have 30% more attribute. It now has the dynamism buff, which while active causes you to passively generate a power frenzy in your endurance charge every 8 seconds. The type of charge generated by the attribute requirements of your socket skill gems. The higher total strength, endurance. The higher total dex, frenzy. Yo, Gemling, that seems like a buff. The vision is finally dead. This is the start. I think this is the start of a very good game. Like, I feel like PoE 2. It's probably gonna be better than PoE 1 pretty soon, right? Give it a couple leagues. Like, if they do stuff like this every league, it's probably gonna be better than PoE 1 soon. Red hits against you have no critical damage, but they're just gonna get all the MTX from PoE 1 into PoE 2. Feels bad not having all your MTX. Blue skills have 30% less cost. What the hell? For each color sucketed gem that is most numerous, 30% less cost. You have no critical damage bonus. Hits again. Oh, you can't be. Oh shit. Wait, that's actually pretty damn good. Look at these defensive. How many Ascendancy nodes does this take though? 40% less move speed penalty when using move skills while moving. PoE 2 1.0 will basically be PoE 1. Yeah, I think once it fully releases out of early access, this is gonna be nuts. Tactician. Cannons ready provides +1 summoned. Polish that right where we are, right where we want them notable. Now grants projectiles damage, builds pin. The polish that gear notable passive now provides gain deflection rating equal to 20% of armor. Deflection rating equal to 20% of armor. Wow. Suppressing fire notable now provides 40% more immobilization. Unleash Hell notable skill. No longer grants minions from the skill have increased accuracy. They now have AoE. Whoa, you can scale minion AoE. Whoever pays best notable now provides, there's no limit on number of banners you can place. Banners gain 5 glory per second instead of can place multiple banners. Cool. Added a new strategic embankments notable skill, which requires cannons ready. This causes your totems to grant embankment auras, which grant a different effect depending on the variety of totem. 40% glory generation, 40% mobilization buildup, dot damage, 15% damage gained as fire, 50% increased damage against immobilized enemies. Shockwave tone grants 30% effect. How's warrior? I mean, nothing but buffs. Yeah, a lot of buffs for all the warrior stuff, it looks like. That's nice. Ritualist. I'm hoping for some, what am I gonna, I'm thinking about just going Essence Drain Contagion again, because it was like such a good leveling experience. But people are saying that Deadeye is going to be insane. So the Whisper's Ass notable has been removed, and as the Whisper's Demand notable now grants the Ritual Sacrifice. Oh, they nerfed AoE on the passive tree? Oh. Wildward Persistence notable now grants 10% life recovery rate per 5% missing unreserved life. Previously 5. Buffed. Amazon. Yo, Hishi Amazon, though. The Critical Strike notable passive skill now has gain additional critical hit chance equal to 15% of excess chance to hit with attacks. Previously 25. Oh, that got nerfed. And no longer specifies that it ignores hobble on the target. Elemental Surge, previously Elemental Infusion, now grants 3 surges when consuming a power. Frenzy is previously 2. I see. Pathfinder. The Sustainable Practices notable now grants 50% evasion and grants LE damage reduction. Wait, now grants 50% evasion rating, also grants LE damage reduction? Does that mean like if you have like, let's say you have like 90% evasion, you get, wait, you get 90% LE damage reduction? What does that mean? Or no, if you have like 90 evasion rate, would you get 45 LE damage reduction? Wait, isn't that insane? Wait. 50% of your evasion rating is just like the percentage that shows up in the defense tab, right? That's insane. And usually it's more because like the thing calculates like your level monster, whereas if the map level is lower, it's better, right? Holy. Is the evasion now spell suppress? Well, that's if you get the deflection chance up, right? Like this. Wait, this one isn't deflection though. This one it just says that this is a notable skill that grants 50% evasion is LE damage reduction, right? Deflection applies to like all damage, doesn't it? Poisonous Conch. That is granted by the Poisonous Conch notable has been renamed to Acidic Concoction. It consumes charge from your mana flask to oh, it's mana instead of life flask in PoE 2. Dealing physical attack damage in an area. The Throne Flask consumes poison on hit to cause an acidic burst. Which deals damage based on highest expected remaining damage poison on the part. Acidic Concoction and Acidic Burst cannot poison. Acidic Burst deals unskilled physical damage equal to 150% of expected remaining. That's a lot of words. A lot of words right here. Isn't that just like PoE 1 where everyone went TS for like 10 leagues? Hey, TS Meta wasn't bad, dude. Alright, TS Meta was kind of fun. Fulminating Concoction. Granted, by Fulminating Concoction notable, no longer inflicts lightning exposure. It has 50% more shock effect. Quality grants more chance to shock. Shattering, bleeding, explosive concoction. It works additively with fire, cold, and lightning resist. Asking from Alchemist, Ragnarok Online. Bro, I watched my buddy Cannon. Guys, I watched Cannon play like a really early access of the new Ragnarok Online 3. Dude. That game is gonna be trash, dude. Yeah, that game, like, you know how we were like nostalgic about Ragnarok Online? Watching Cannon played it, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. That game is so dead. It's like it's got the setup for like the most pay to win elements, the most mobile autoplay element. Oh, jeez. Well, yeah, does it? Ascendancy can get quality. Hasn't like Gemmling Legionnaire always been able to get quality or something? Is quality on Ascendancy that good? Okay, wait. The Avidity notable skill in Deadeye no longer grants 30% chance to gain max frenzy when you gain a frenzy. Instead, it is 50% chance to gain an additional frenzy when you gain a frenzy. Okay, math time. Which one's better? If you have three frenzies and you gain a frenzy, you have a 30% chance. So 1.3. But now, wait, no, 1.6 is 3. 2. So it's like 1.5. Grants 50% chance to gain additional frenzy when you gain a frenzy. The called shots notable passive skill no longer lets you apply an additional mark. Instead, it causes your projectiles to chain to marked enemies and grants a new called shots meta skill that repeatedly marks enemies nearby you, bypassing your mark limit. Oh, so it's like a blasphemy mark on hit. Yo, that seems good actually. Hold on, okay. So Deadeye, this is a note. You're gonna have to spend 2 Ascendancy points for this, right? And you get. I feel like that's pretty good. Like, marks are insane. The Eagle Eye's notable passive skill no longer removes the distance-based accuracy penalty. Instead, it applies 20 stacks of crit weakness to enemies when you consume a mark on them. Holy. Invoker. The Elemental Expression skill, granted by and scatter them to the winds, now deals more damage. Dude, that's like a 50%. Wait, that's more than 50% damage buff. Is that good? Yo, that seems good. That's a massive buff. Meditate skill, granted by the Faith as a choice notable, has a cooldown of 7 to 5.1 seconds at gem levels 1 to 20. Okay, so big buff to the cooldown. And it provides 100% more energy recharge rate, previously 0 to 28. So Invoker, big buffs, I guess. Acolyte of Chayubs. This one got a lot of stuff. The reality rending notable has been renamed to Sap of Nightmares and no longer grants chance to gain a percentage of damage with hits as Chalice damage. Instead, it now grants Leech recovers based on Chalice damage. You get good Leech here. The Lucid Dreaming is now a multiple choice notable. Oh, like the Scion. The following choices. All flames are red. Wait, is this just a color or does this do something? Wait, is this like a big Ascendancy? Multiple choice notable, or is this like a small passive? Like in between the big notables? All flames are red. Choice of mana is all flames are blue. And then all flames are purple. What the hell? The into oh, it translates to the stat. Okay. I see. Purple would be like Chalice. I see. The Grasp of the Void. Into the Breach skill now grants remnants spawned by support skills have 50% increased effect. Grasp of the Void is now Illusory Void. No longer requires Embrace of Darkness. It no longer provides 1% extra challenge damage per 20 unreserved darkness, but instead grants a new skill, Void Illusion. Embrace of Darkness now has Dark Reservation lasts for 5 seconds instead of 10. That's nice. The Inner Silence notable has been renamed to Deepening Shadows. No longer grants 50% reduced Darkness Reservation duration. Instead, it now grants 1% increased maximum darkness. Ooh. Okay, I don't know much about. I don't think like anybody played this, so I don't think anybody like remembers what this means. But we'll look at the POB thing for what it actually does on the Ascendancy. Blood Mage, guys. Blood Mage gained 2 free Ascendancies. Was Blood Mage OP in 0.2? I mean, you basically have like normal lab done for you. So you like start at Cruel Lab now, which is insane, dude. You get to do your Cruel Lab. Blood Mage was OP in 0.2. What build did it? Sanguine Misty is now free to allocate. And the Life Remnant skill, it now grants spawns a Remnant on hitting instead of critically hitting. Oh, shit. The Gore Spike passive now grants 1% increased crit damage bonus per 50 life, previously 40. And has swapped locations with the Sunder of the Flesh. Double life, insane crit damage, and LE bleed. Between the Cracks notable has renamed to Sanguini Tides. No longer provides crit hits, ignore monster armor. Instead, it provides 1 life flask charge per 4% life spent and 50% less life recovery from flasks. Oh, every spell costs too much. Oh, so in the campaign it was bad. It also now has when your life flask reaches full charges, 40% charges are consumed and gain 1% damage as fizz damage for 3 seconds per charge consumed. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. You gain damage as physical damage. Wait, that's new. You can gain elemental damage as physical damage? That is like crazy reverse. That seems like really OP though. Because how many charges can a flask have? That is a big more multiplier. The Open Swords notable passive skill has been renamed to Whispers of the Flesh. And no longer grants you curses have infinite duration. Instead, it now just grants enemies affected by curses have at least 15% of life reserved. Oh, nice. Like a reverse culling. Infernalist. Infernalist has the Hound has a bigger ignite radius by 1 meter. Pyromantic Pact now grants Infernal Flame equal to twice your mana, previously equal to your mana, but cause you to lose 25% of your flame per second if you haven't gained any in the past 2 seconds. Previously 50% per second, okay. Demon Form no longer disables your weapons or has its own weapon set. It no longer grants level of all spell skills while in Demon Form or increased spell damage per Demon Flame. And Lich. The Dominion over Flesh notable passive has been renamed to Incessant Cacophony. It now grants your curses have infinite duration. Instead, your curses can affect hexproof. Oh, that's nice. I think this is what, if I'm going to play Essence Train Contagion, this is what I'm going to go. Ever need a life flask? Yeah, but like everyone has a life flask no matter what, right? It's not like if you don't need a life flask, you take it off your bar or something, right? Dude, Lich is a cool class. It has Profane Bloom. The Eldritch Empowerment no longer provides non-chilling skills cost an additional 3% of max energy shield. Non-chilling spells deal 30% more damage, or spending ES does not interrupt recharge. Instead, it now provides spells deal 30% more damage when sacrificing energy shield. Sacrifice 5% max energy when you cast a spell. Wait, is that... Hold on. Oh, it was non-channeling. Okay, so it still had the 30% more damage. Okay, so it just applies to all spells instead of just non-channeling. That's cool. Okay, works on channeling spells. The price of power no longer grants non-channeling spells consume a power charge if able. Deal 25% more. It now provides spells consume a power charge. Oh, okay. So it's like a channeling buff. What are some good channeling skills in the game? Are there any good channeling skills yet? The Flood of Echoes notable passes have been renamed to Inevitability. It no longer grants Unleash. It instead grants Inevitable Agony. Flame Blast. When the debuff duration expires, they take that store damage all over again. Cool. So it's like Impale. Quicksand Hourglass notable no longer grants every 10 seconds. Gain 50% more cast speed for 5 seconds. Instead, it now grants Sands of Time, which grants 60% cast speed, scaling down to 1% over 10 seconds. And then it scales back up to 60. Sands of Time also grants 1% increased AoE. You need like a weak aura for this. Scaling up to 60% over 10 seconds, at which point it'll scale back down. Stormweaver. This was OP class. The Elemental Storm skill granted by Tempest Caller has its cooldown lowered to 3 seconds from 5. Rain Dancer has been renamed to Multiplying Squalls. No longer provides 150% more cooldown recovery rate. It now provides... Oh, you lost the cooldown now. But it provides +1 limit, so you can have extra Storm out. Force of Will notable no longer grants 1% increased effective Arcane Surge on you per mana. 25 mana. Instead, it now grants 20% of damage is taken from mana before life. And 20% increased magnitude of Arcane Surge on you per 10% missing. Druid will be the most played class. I don't think Druid's in the game, buddy. I don't think... did they say anything about Druid in the Ziggy D Q&A? No Druid, Sag. No new classes. Big Sag. I mean, it's not ready yet, guys. It's not ready yet. Passive skill tree changes. The Elemental Equilibrium has been redesigned. It's now called Infusion Remnants. Okay, we saw it in the trailer. Eternal Youth no longer causes your life class to recover energy shield. Instead, cause your life class to have 50% less recovery. Oh, wait. No longer cause your life class to recover energy shield instead, and now cause your life class to have 50% less recovery. The Giant's Blood Keystone passive skill now halves the amount of life gained by strength. Oh shit, nerfed. Glancing Blows skill now provides chance to evade is unlucky and chance to deflect is lucky. It no longer provides... Oh, deflect lucky is insane, actually. It no longer provides block chance is doubled or you take 50% damage from blocked hits. Giant's Blood, dude. I feel like I took that on... Well, that's a good node. 8 new clusters. 15, 23, 17, 17, 25. Whoa, wait. Sources of AoE? What? Sources of AoE have been lowered by 25%. What? All of them on the passive tree? Why? Was AoE really... Was there actually screen-wide AoE? Bro, were there actually too good of AoE builds? Why have they done this? I mean, it's already squared AoE. It's not like they have Radius from PoE 1, right? Like, I mean, if you have Radius from back in the Dying Sundays of PoE 1, it's a problem, but it's already area-based, which is squared. Damn. I mean, just go projectiles, okay? Projectiles are POG. You can't... Because, like, the thing is, like, there's already, like, a really common map mod that is, like, a less multiplied AoE. I don't know if that's in PoE 2. But if it is, it's like, we already get cucked by AoE sometimes. Sources of Daze build have been replaced with Daze on hit. Sources of reduced reservation skills now grant increased reservation efficiency. Many existing clusters have received updates, okay? A small attribute passive skill has been removed on all the outward highways. Oh, more efficiency in traveling. Cool. Look at this, dude. The base damage scaling of all player spells and secondary damage has been tweaked to scale better. That's a buff. Wait, damage buff. AoE was going 3 screens wide. Wait, with what? With what skill? Generally speaking, spells that do not have damage number changes called out below will have near identical base damage at low levels, roughly 5% more at 20, and roughly 20% more than before at 30. Nice. What do you think about toxic growth? I mean, if you like the toxic rain playstyle in PoE 1, I mean, you could play whatever, man. I think they made the game easier, right? From when I played standard like a couple days ago. And they made the game faster. I think with the changes to PoE 2, you have more freedom to do what you want, man. If you think something's cool, just try it out. Because I think the game is only going to get easier as we go on, okay? All right. Mana cost of growth of all skills has been rebalanced. Generally speaking, skills will have similar mana costs at low gem levels, potentially slightly higher mana costs at same intermediate, and lower mana costs, sometimes dramatically lower at gem level 20. Yo, we need Last Epoch to do this. We like mana in Last Epoch sometimes is so cringe. Banners no longer gain Valor or have Valor-related stats, but they generate glory when you attack enemies. They all require 200 glory to place. Banners can gain glory while the banner is placed. Global limit of 1, but there's passive tree tech with it. Curse skills that apply Ellie Exposure now can't apply those debuffs to enemies that are significantly higher level than the skill's own level requirement. This requirement is fairly lenient and disappears completely at high gem levels. Blink, Convalescence, and Sacrifice now can no longer be activated in specific weapon sets. Oh, wait, is this the thing that people were doing with like a weapon swap to like teleport? Is that a nerf to travel? But I mean, you have the sprint now, so they're now required to be active in both weapon sets, and so you have to take the Spirit Reservation. Damn, yo, no fun allowed. No fun allowed, boys. Higher rarity enemies are now less. Are you guys still gonna blink though, or no? Higher rarity enemies are now less affected by curses. Movement speed penalty inflicted by skills that can be used while moving now begins to fall slightly more quickly while using the skill. Nice. Sprinting is gonna be nice. I'm actually installing a foot pedal, boys. All right, I have this cute little foot pedal for sprinting. The no blink you're uninstalling. You're gonna uninstall over that, dude. The spirit cost of specters has been adjusted, so the high spirit cost ones are cheaper, while some of the cheaper ones are now more costly. Specters and tame beasts now deal 25% more damage. Wow. Instant skills such as Unbound Avatar are now usable while in the row amount. Mark skills are no longer spells. Ooh. Reservation skills that had reduced reservation quality now have increased reservation efficiency. Okay. Killing palm, staggering palm, all these monk skills, they no longer have flat added damage or additional crit chance. Palm skills can no longer be used without a quarterstaff equipped. Oh, is it because they have the 5% base unarmed? Shockwave Totem. Dude, Shockwave Totem was a really good build in PoE 1. Like, this is like a super fun build. Ancestral Warrior Totem, Artillery Ballista, and Siege Ballista now can use your equipped weapons. They no longer have their own flat damage, base crit, or base attack time. Ancestrally boosted slams have 25% increased AoE, previously 20. You also fixed a bug where the area of effect was described as multiplicative instead of additive. We have now 12% more damage on Bone Blast. Shall's Ooh. Wait, this is like the left click. Guys, the left click when you're on the beach for the wand skill was actually like your highest damage ability. So, you'll in the first 2 zones of the game, you'll be able to... No, first 3 zones of the game, you'll be doing way more damage. Right? 12% more damage before you get your actual skill at like level 6. Yo, Falcon XDD. Thanks for 104 trillion light years, buddy. Welcome back. Decompose, Fireball, Freezing Sharp, Lightning Bolt, Power Slide, and Solar Orb. You know what class you start? So I was gonna start Essence Ray, Contagion, Lich. Cause like in Hardcore Soul Self-Found, it was like the smoothest leveling I've ever experienced in PoE 2. It was so fun. But now people in chat are giving me FOMO. Earlier someone said that like multiple people said that Deadeye was insane and fast class. So I mean, should I try Deadeye? I've never even leveled I've never leveled a Ranger before. Is it good leveling with a bow? I should log in and try it out, man. Cuz like Deadeye you get Tailwind, which makes you faster, and then Tailwind will multiply the sprint. Oh, Tailwind sprint could be big. Bow is kind of cozy. What leveling skill? Do you guys do Lightning Arrow or like what's the leveling tech? Keep reading though? Okay. Maybe Deadeye is even more buffed down here. Ancestral Warrior has no limit now, so you have infinite totems. And there's movement speed in that area of the tree too. Ooh. Okay, I might try Ranger for the first time. Arc is now a proj. It no longer causes explosions against shocked enemies. It is now no longer a payoff skill. It chains 6 to 9 times at gem levels 5 to 20. 50% more shock magnitude. Now can consume a lightning fusion to chain additional times. Do more damage. Now deals 2 to 39 damage at gem level 5, scaling to 386 at 20. Stormcaller, Salvo, then LA Lightning Rod. Okay. Stormcaller plus Salvo. Quality provides 10% chance to not remove. Oh, that's kind of cool. 10% chance to not remove the infusion. That's too low. Previous 0 to 2. Archmage now has non-channeling spells gain 4% for 100. Hey, Archmage got buffed. Yo, are we gonna go Enki's Arc Witch? Deadeye leveling is Lightning Arrow and Lightning Rod Flame Wall. Now, do I need to combo both those skills on every pack, or can I just Lightning Arrow my way through and use the other skills for a single target? It's like, one of the best parts of playing a bow archer is you're literally a one-button build, right? It's so good. Like, you're fast and you're a one-button build. It's very cozy. Artillery Ballista has been renamed. It does less damage, but I think that it uses your weapon now, right? So shouldn't it be more? Walk with LA through anything else? Ah. Yo, I might do a practice run. Like after I read these patch notes, what I might do is I might do a little practice Ranger run while waiting for last epoch in a few hours. All lightning can now consume fire infusion and explode at the end of its travel. Batter Shout. Did like a Chinese guy type this, or is that a word? Batter Shout. Battle Shout? There's a typo. Batter Shout. Maybe that's like the name of the skill. Explosion now deals 50% more damage against unique enemies. Berserk now grants 53-59 increased rage effect. Gem level 4, no longer grants 0.2. The 10 side type that one out. That's a 10-cent translation. Batter Shout. Fine Spectre. Quality now provides minions deal 0 to 20% instead of 0 to 10. Reduced reservation. So the minion buff, like a few paragraphs above, it was already a 25% more damage multiplier. And now the quality gives the Spectre another 25% or 20% more. Yo. Guys, is Spectre gonna be insane? That's like you go from like a 6-link Spectre to an 8-link basically for free. That's actually an 8-link now. Well, I don't know how good the base Spectre is, but you basically get 2 support gems damage for free. That's crazy, actually. And like if it's an attack one that don't have accuracy, and there's like they're more like aggressive and shit now, right? Wait, they gave it damage, and you can summon twice as much. Where's Gazzy? What did Gazzy think about the Spectre changes? Is it playable? Using Blink no longer counts as dodge rolling. Now has a minimum gem level of 8. Bone Offering. Spike duration is now 8 seconds, while explosion rate is now 2.4. They take less damage. Bone Shatter now deals 100. The Shockwave deals 100% more damage against unique enemies. Hey, that was like a good warrior leveling skill, wasn't it? Besides the auto attack, 100% more damage against uniques. That's crazy. Cast on Free Shocking Knight have been combined into a single gem. Cast on Elemental Ailment. Nice. Wait, they buffed it again. Guys. The left click that you start with as a witch already got a 12% buff earlier, and now it inflicts Wither, which is this 8% more damage per stack, or is it 4%? 1 to 3 for 4 seconds. Oh wait, okay, when it says that gems, it counts if it's on a wand, right? Yeah, because I think that's the only way you can get it. Wait, guys, this left click is going to be insane single target damage. Oh, the 12% was after level 11. Okay. So what is Wither in PoE 2? Is it 8% more? Because like that, this is a big single target skill, the left click. Cluster Grenade is now buffed by a lot. Huge buffs for Cluster Grenade attack damage, and it fires 18 grenades instead of 14. And a 17% increase, so more spread. I was like, I don't know if that's good or not. Cold Snap has been reworked and is just named Snap. It can now be used on any orb spell or any frozen, shocked, or ignited enemy. Okay, so you need an orb or a ailmented enemy. It causes an explosion of the corresponding damage type and creates a remnant. I wonder if this remnant thing is going to be... I feel like this remnant thing is a bossing thing. I don't think you're going to be a remnant Andy unless the pickup radius is massive, right? No one's gonna be a Remnant Andy in maps because it's like it's too much like it's like I don't know. You have to like see the ground and like pick up the Remnant. Remember to pick up the Remnant and then go get it. I think this is better for bossing. There'll probably be some big dick boss damage for sure. Comet now deals 10% more damage. Okay. Oh, 20% damage buff at max level. Can now be fire infused. Contagion. Yo, that's my build. Quality now provides. Oh my god. Guys, they gave you well, you won't have this for a long time because you don't have GCPs, but dude, they gave you the Unleash for free and there's no cooldown on it. Yeah, it did feel kind of weird having to use the Unleash on this. So you get a free at 10%, you probably get one. 2 additional enemies for Contagion is insane, right? Because like, wait, you could still use the Unleash because then it's just going to be like three times. What's 3 times 3? Yeah, so like with Matt, oh, you know why they probably did it? Because like there's so much mob density. If you miss the chain, you'll die because the mobs will just hit you, right? You have to cast twice. So you hit 9 enemies with the Contagion, which means easier spreads if you miss the Essence Drain. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. Instead of 100% to maximum debuff, yeah, you don't cover the damage on the Contagion. You just care about the spreading, right? The damage will come from the Essence Drain. Okay, that's a big change. Now, I think that what they should really do though is they should have made it so that like you get 1 at level 1 for free without quality, right? Because having to use the Contagion with like the Unleash early on for that long when you don't have GCPs feels really bad. Defiance banner. Aura now grants 30% more armor and evasion and 30% increased movement speed. Wait a minute. They said there's like you can drop unlimited banners, right? But you need 200 glory. 30% move speed is a lot. It got way more duration. No longer removed when you leave the aura. Quality provides reservation efficiency. Despair. Okay, guys, look at this curse. Chat, look at this curse. Yo, purple damage is looking good. Negative 49 Chow's res instead of negative 24. That is a lot more damage, right? Like 20% more damage. That's crazy. Yo, that is really good. Played Toxic Domain. The thing about poison stuff is I will never probably play a poison ever again in PoE 1, and that has like made me a hater of dot damage in PoE 2. Unless we reach the levels of like Ignite Prolif in PoE 1 that we used to have, I can't be a dot anti-res. It's so bad. Okay, like if you have to cast something, wait for the delay, and then wait for the thing to trigger or the mobs to do something, and not move out of it, I think that's a bad skill. Like you really need a skill where like you're in control of your damage, right? Because as pack size gets higher, like it's gonna be annoying if you have like a delayed skill. So, wait, resist can't go below anymore? Wait, what? In PoE 2, resist can't go below 0? Is that true? Is that true? Dread banner also got buffed by a lot of charges. 6% more elemental ailment threshold, and now grants 4% to all max elemental res. Wait, what the hell? I don't want a game for a game you don't play. I do play it. Like, that's where you're wrong. Wait, does my profile show my PoE 2 characters? Where's my hardcore character, guys? This song. Where's my goddamn account? Okay, don't look at my shit, dude. Don't look at my shit real quick. Let me log in secretly. They want me to verify that I'm human. All right. Where's this shit at, dude? Look at these names. Wait, this layout is actually very clean. Look at these names. Upscale, Egypt, document. Okay, classes. Look at these. Where's the hardcore character, huh? Where's the hardcore character? Alive. Hardcore solo self-found Dawn of the Hunt. You guys like that? Hardcore solo self-found Dawn of the Hunt. Still alive, by the way. Megatron. No PoE? I mean, listen, boys. Listen, boys. Listen. I'm gonna try to persuade Sparkles. Okay. Well, 500. You can't. You get banned for that. You cannot offer money for names, guys. That will get you banned. I'm pretty sure you could broker a deal where like they swap the names for you. Earthquake. Jagged Ground's radius now has 1.8 meters. Hey, did you know you can't even sell hideouts? I asked support. You're not allowed to sell hideouts in game. Like you can't be like, hey, can I give you 10C for a cut for you send me the link or the dot like whatever hideout file for your hideout decorations and stuff. You can't even do that. Isn't that nuts? Okay. Aftershock now has 160 of 580 attack damage, big buff, and a nerf of radius. Ooh, nerf of AoE. All they want you to listen to office supplies, bro. I have some good ones in there. Okay, I got cucked on some of the names, but some of those names are OG. Like the 3-letter ones are very OG. Okay, NFL, FDA, come on. Palestine, come on. Quality now provides 0 to 6% more damage with hits for each spike instead of max spikes. Oh, this one, electrocuting arrow. Is this the starting ability for Ranger? No longer is a movement skill. Now shoots an arrow forward that explodes, applying its electrocuting rod to all enemies hit. Quality now increases hits against targets with attached rods. Gain 10% of damage as extra damage. Extra lightning damage. Ooh, look at that. Elemental Sundering. Holes can now consume up to 20 ailments, previously 9. Cold Explosion now deals 40% more damage. The Cold also now deals 100% more damage against unique enemies. Ember Fusillati can now be infused with lightning to cause each ember to create a beam that chains lightning damage to enemies. What the hell? Emergency reload. It now reloads all your ammunition. Is ammunition hard to deal with in PoE 2? Like, is it pain until you get geared up, or is it not that big a deal? What do you guys think? I never played the mercenary, so I don't know. Now has the number of each clip's comparables equal to maximum ammunition of the clip. Enfeeble no longer has curses make non-unique targets deal 20 to 26% less damage, or curse makes unique targets deal less damage. Now it makes... Oh, it's global. Oh, that's big. Wait, this is a big defensive buff. 29% for all mobs. That is nuts. Wow, you're big. I'm big in Japan. I'm actually big in Japan. Yep. Okay, Enfeeble is a big buff. Hey, wait. Can we go back to the resist? Someone earlier said that you can't get a mob's resist below 0. Is that actually true? Or do you just mean they have so much res that's really hard to reduce their res? Like, is it a mechanical thing, or is it just like in practice? Curses get reduced with increasing mob rarity, though. Oh, for blues and magics, it's decreased. Ah, shit. Explosive spear. What is this? Dude, look at this guy. Wait, don't you have PoE? Oh, there it is. Guys, look at this guy. This guy has POB, PoE, HTML, Autistic, Spark, Coding, AHKey, Lonely, Kiwi Saver, Fujifilm. Bro, look at these names, dude. That is insane. Sheesh. What a Giga Chad. True. Okay. Eye of Winter. When passing through a flame wall, the eye itself and all shards are aiding the flame wall's fire damage. That's the 401k of New Zealand. Do you know that I have been offered in the past for my PoE 1 names? I've been offered real life money. Like, people do pay for names. It's like something people try to buy. Okay. Imagine whoring a name out in 2025. Look, if it's unique, right? And if it's like OG, no special characters, unique, it is kind of insane to have. Like think about like the names I had in Lost Ark, right? Like Legalia literally sold the name I gave him, and he paid for his Korea trip apparently. Yep, I'll never forget that. This Legalia guy. Jesus Christ. Fireball no longer creates a secondary fireball. Is Lost Ark still alive? I mean, I had a lot of players in my chat this morning during the Lost Ark sponsor stream, and they all like they were all caught up to the game. Like there's still a lot of players, but would you be interested in the name Gold Ship? I mean, like, what? Like, do you need a clear space? Because a lot of people that hoard names, they need to clear space every like year or so, and they just like they give me like their like runoff names that they're gonna delete. But otherwise, nah, I'm good. I used to play Lost Ark when I was a NEET, but when I got a job, decided to quit. Yeah, I mean it is a big time investment, right? There's actually so many changes to that game. There's so many single player changes to that game. It's kind of, I don't know if it's because like the player base is dying off, but I noticed a lot of single player adjustments. Firestorm, wait, it got halved in radius, and wait, it got halved in AOE, which I guess is better for a single target. And then it got its cast time reduced by half. Wait a minute. How did I get PoE though? The same thing I just described. I had like mods and friends that had to like get rid of names. And they were like, "Do you want this one?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Yeah. It's just sometimes people like, you know, they gotta get rid of some names. It can now consume every type of elemental fusion. Fire fusion causes a storm to double in size and create 3 times as many bolts. Cold and lightning fusions cause a storm to create additional cold and lightning bolts. Precisely, one of each infusion can be consumed by a single useless skill. Okay, so because they had to nerf it because of the infusions, I guess. So maybe infusions are gonna be OP. Flame Wall can consume lightning infusion to gain lightning damage added as well. Flammability are now a single gem. LE weakness. Oh, that's cool. Existing copies has been updated. Okay. They're really trying to sell this whole like infusion thing, right? They want you to do multiple elements, I guess. Kind of cool. Frost bomb. Wait, fragmentation rounds. Explosion of frozen enemies now converts all physical damage to cold damage and will cause further explosions on any frozen enemies it hits. Those cannot propagate further. I hope it's not so strong you have to use it. Yeah, that would be kind of annoying, right? But maybe they'll make it. Maybe there'll be like an item or something, or like a unique item where it's like you pick up all remnants on the screen, right, when you move. 2 meters explosion. Frost bomb. Frost bomb got nerfed because of the infusion. So anything that has an infusion is like way more powerful with the infusion. Way better. But it gets nerfed if you don't use the infusion. Fragmentation rounds is a fun shotgun skill. They should put a unique skill gem in where when you right click, you zoom in into ADS. Like you actually go first person mode with your crossbow. And you get one shot. And if you headshot the boss, it does like 10 times more damage. Right? Make it like a 20-second cooldown skill. Right? Like your camera pans down into first person view and then you pop off. Gas grenade. Special behavior, causing it to detonate as soon as it stops bouncing. Glacial bolt, 50% more area if shattered. 80% less damage on the first 0.5 seconds. Glacial cascade. Consumes freeze on you. You see 500% more damage. Horse girls. Dude, these horse girls, sheesh. I got the new horse girl that released today. It's a shame the new support gem sucks. Or like the support card is really bad. Herald of Thunder. Bolt impact is now 1 meter instead of 1.4. Does that mean that like the bolt used to be able to AoE, or does that mean like meters from you where it can hit if it's active? What does that mean? Ooh, Hex Blast. Quality now provides 10% more damage. 10% more damage per 1 second remaining duration. Yo, am I gonna get debated again? Am I gonna get debated by Hex Blast? Oh wait, it got nerfed. It's 10% more instead of 20% more. Hold on. High velocity rounds no longer fully consumes broken armor. It applies a debuff, which causes my attack hits against enemy deal additional phys damage equals 5% physical damage dealt. Like some kind of weird impale. Hex Blast died? Oh yeah, that's true. Ice Nova can now consume cold infusion, deal more damage, create an area of chilled ground. Ice Shards. From levels 5 to 20, you get a buff. They arm after 1.5 seconds, deal 300% more damage. A super ice spear. Lich has infinite duration curses, infinite damage. I wonder how does that work if your curse is infinite duration? Right? If you deal 10% more damage for every second remaining and your curse is infinite duration, does that mean infinite damage? Incendiary Shot. Ignites are 200% faster and have 30% increased ignite duration. Incinerate. is buffed. Infernal Cry. Now empowers 1 attack per 10 enemy power in range, count up to 50 power. Oh my god, there's so many, dude. There's so many. Holy shit. Yo, Bagel Volcano, thanks for 2 trillion light years. Welcome back, buddy. This week a skill we have to get up off your chair and play DDR. Maybe there should be a skill where there's like, you know, Osu? There's like an Osu thing that shows up, or like CAPTCHA that shows up on your screen. You gotta solve the CAPTCHA or the Osu level, and then it gives you a super combo. Mana Tempest, minimum gem level 7. Mana Remnants. Mana Drain. Magma Barrier. Now passively increases your chance of Black Ball active. Living Bomb. Lightning. Oh, Lightning Spear. Wait. Where's Lightning Arrow? Lightning Bolt. Lightning Conduit. Lightning Rod. Is Lightning Rod the arrow or no? Quality now improves 20% chance to cause additional burst. Lightning Spear. It now fires 5 secondary bolts at all levels instead of 3 to 8. So at oh no, it got the lightning strike treatment. It lost 3 proj. No longer deals more damage when consuming a frenzy charge. How much was it getting? PoE wiki lightning spear. All right, it was getting. Oh shit. 50% more damage when consuming a frenzy. What? Interesting. I mean, is it that bad losing 50% of your damage? It doesn't even matter. It's still OP? Wait, is it still OP? No longer deals... Okay. If you were dealing 150 damage, okay, you now deal 100 damage. That's a 1/3 nerf. That's a 1/3 nerf. I mean, guys, Molten Strike of the Zenith got nerfed by like 60% and it was still OP. As Electro, it will give you Frenzy and then you'd spend it. So now you don't need the Frenzy to do... I mean, you still need the Frenzy for the splitting or something, right? I mean, how bad is that? How 1/3 of your damage? I mean, surely. Living Bomb, Living... Okay, we don't care about... No one uses these skills. Orb of Storms is a fun skill. Now triggers from casting any spell. Oh, it doesn't have to be lightning anymore. Cool. Lightning Remnant, all his bolts are used up. And then... Oh, nice. More duration. Fires bolt every 4 seconds. Previously every 3.4 to 2.55. Wasn't Lightning Spear like 30 mil endgame? In PoE 2, is 30 million damage like a very high number? Is that like SS tier? Because 30 million in like PoE 1 would be kind of like... It'd be like, okay, it'd be serviceable, right? As your starter build. Overwhelming Presence and Withering Presence now are described as an aura skill. Oh, I'm going to be using this if I go Lich. Perfect Strike is now nerfed, but it got doubled its range. Oh, that's Arbor in a few seconds? Oh, shit. You could kill the max level endgame boss in a couple seconds with 30 mil damage. That's crazy. Permafrost Bolts. Plasma Blast. Oh, Poison Burst Arrow. Multitude of Poison. Rain of Arrows. Fast. Oh, you lost projectiles on Rain of Arrows, but you gained 20% faster falling arrows. Ray Zombie. Rake. Oh, this is the thing you use to level up your lightning spear guy, right? It's no longer incorrectly tagged as a travel skill. The Volt Sport Gem for Lightning Spear also made it way better. This tag was left over from an earlier version of the skill that traveled much further without a target, whereas the release version Rake does not meet the criteria of a travel skill. Please know that this was not a balanced motivated change. Consistency is the primary goal of gem tags, and we would have nerfed the Rake plus Stomping Ground interaction in a different way. Instead, if it was appropriate for Rake to retain the travel tag. Wait, so is it nerfed or... The tag was left over. Wait, so what happened with Rake? Do you not move forward anymore, or... Oh, it removed it from proccing the Stomping Ground. Oh, okay, because Stomping Ground, you need a travel skill. Okay, I see. Rapid Assault Spearheads are now 30 seconds lasting. And so then, if you do want to play Lightning Spear, what do you level as then? Rapid shot no longer has a delay before firing bolts, or 50% less reload speed. Oh, Roa mount. Wait, what's this? Roa mount grants 15% movement speed. Wait a minute. Now doesn't everyone have to use a Roa mount though for a free 15% movement speed? Is there a reservation for this? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, it costs 60 spirit though. You level as lightning spear. But I thought lightning spear was bad for leveling. They said it was comparable to sprint, didn't they? Well, this adds up because as far as I know, the sprint is a 30% additive. So 30% from sprint, 15% from this, whatever you get from your move speed boots. That is going to be... However, oh, wait. There's more. Let's keep reading. It now grants 80% less movement speed penalty when using skills instead of 100. Oh, okay. So when you attack, you're still slowed down. But wait, does that 15% outbalance it though? Approximately is canceling out the bonus while using a skill. Oh, okay. Okay. So when you're attacking, you don't get... So it's like out of combat, you're mounted. Right? Out of combat, you get 15%. In combat, it's the same as before. Oh, you can't sprint as a Roa? Oh, okay. You ride around. I see. Okay, so they just... It's because they put the sprint in the game. I see. With Fire Ballista, Rolling Slam. 1.5. Guys, they added 50% more attack time. Jesus Christ. But no one has an attack speed penalty. Is that good? Or Scavenge Plating? Siege Cascade. Seismic Cry. Shield Charge is now... The base move speed has been reduced by 25%, but no longer has a cooldown. Now has a base attack time of 0.6 seconds, previously 0.5, and now deals up to 100% more damage based on area distance traveled. Area of effect is now way smaller. Collision is now... Wait, isn't this a huge nerf? Quality now makes the damage deal 40% more damage, I see. Shield Wall. Curvature has been added. Shock Round Burst, Shockwave Totem. Ooh, why did this get nerfed? Wait. Oh, Jagged Ground Eruptions now deal more damage, though. No longer has the physical tab. All now has 4-second to totem duration instead of base attack time. Minion Sprint build. I think you need Convocate, man. Right? You might need some Convocate, because aren't you going to run in front of your minions all the time? I mean, last epoch, this update today, they're making so the minions run to where your cursor is. So they made Rolling Slam more consistent, not speed-based. Is melee good yet? I mean, just watch Quinn and Alkaiser, right? They're probably going to be playing melee still. I mean, it seems like all the melee got buffed except for the AoE. I mean, there's auto-convocate when you move far away. But we know from launch that causes issues, right? It's like pretty bad. Do not watch Quinn for build advice. Well, I mean, they get to endgame with pretty easily with like their solo self-found stuff, right? On melee. So it must be okay. So Siphoning Strike, Skeleton Arsonist. All the minions got. This might be a minion league. This might actually finally be a minion league. Oh, look, immunity to damage when they're revived. Okay, the Brute has like the Herald of Ice built in. The Arsonist is now an attack instead of a spell, dealing 300% attack damage. Oh, it got nerfed a little bit here. Hold on. Skeletal Frost Mage has new ice armor thing. All totem builds got nerfed. Maybe because you have that new playstyle where you can summon infinite totems, right? If you have endurance charges. Quinn joined the programmer meta with Pirate Slot. How's this game come along? Is there like a playable, any kind of playable, any gameplay for the game yet? Or is it still in the coding stage? Shattering Roar. Snipe. Solar Orb no longer has a mana cost. Spark can now be cold infused and fire a large number of icy sparks in a circle. Ooh, we got the free Nemes if it's infused. Wait, he's in the hole like over $4,000 now? Oh, there is gameplay. Get off the ground pretty fast. Nice, dude. Well, guys, what if Quinn creates the next great ARPG? Spear of Solaris. Initially, now deals 29% less damage, while the pulses deal 50% more. When does League start? For PoE 2 or for Last Epoch? PoE 2 starts in 8 days and 10 hours. Last Epoch starts in 6 hours. Woo! Guys, what a great time to be an ARPG enjoyer. And look at this, look at this. Hero Siege new season in 22 days. And then Diablo 4. Wait. Then you can go into Diablo 4 after that. Crazy, huh? Actually insane. And BF6 beaters were a lot. Dude, I miss Battlefield. I actually miss playing Battlefield. That is such a fun game. Oh, and I'm buying a new monitor tonight, guys. I learned that my monitor has ghosting and has a bad panel, apparently. So I'm going to get a better monitor, and I'm going to pop off. Can you please... Oh, that's just Google ARPG timeline. Is that what you want? Here, I'll link it to you. ARPG timeline. I'm going to buy an insane... what was it called? It was called OLED. I need an OLED... An OLED slash... what was the other thing you guys said that I have to get? OLED and something else, right? Or QLED. What's like the best of the best though? Right? If I wanna, you know, pop off in some Battlefield with the boys. QD OLED. You got MSI OLED ultra wide. OLED is bad for your eyes. Is OLED bad for your eyes? Quantum.OLED. Wait, this guy says OLED is not good for esport game. If I want to play some shooters or some other cute little PvP games, it's not good. Hold on. Okay, wait, where are we? Any other good skills here? Time of need, temporal chains. Slows by 59. Wait. Temporal chains slows by 59% instead of 28%. Wait, what changed? Wait a minute. Asus ROG Swift OLED PG27. Okay. They put a curse limit. That is 59% slow is crazy, dude. An insane contrast. They have PoE 1 curse effect reduction on Magic. Did they just add that in this league? Because like that's crazy. Or hasn't that always been in it? Or did they just add it this in 0.3? They need to like buff the... So the OLED can be tiring on your eyes, I guess. What if I sit far away though? Oh, and the map mod. Oh, it's getting added in 0.3. It's like 50% less on uniques. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. So it's pretty much unchanged then. Unearthed can now be used on dead skeleton rubbing minions once per death. Create a bone construct. Oh, you can rub your own skeletons. Cool. Bone constructs now have a dash attack. Yo, the starting leveling for which is like pretty good. Quality now also increases bone construct movement speed. Vaulting impact. Volcanic fissure. Voltaic grenade. Vulnerability. War banner. Whirling slash. Whirlwind lance. Updated wording. Okay, unique items. He's got buff. Don't do 8,000 NITS when you're in a dark room. I mean, I usually turn the monitor brightness down, you know? Like, obviously, if something's uncomfortable or it hurts, like, you're not going to do it. Okay. I gotta get some of those yellow glasses. Okay. Okay, what are the standouts in here? The Beer's Anguish unique charm now creates ignited ground for forcing them to use igniting enemies as though dealing fire damage equal to 500%. Blackbraid body armor is now 120% armor applied to elemental damage. Ooh. I mean, just don't turn on HDR, right? I don't turn on HDR in anything. HDR is like, it looks like fake. Bones of Allure is now 20 to 30% increased restoration efficiency instead of the 20% reduced. Okay. It also grants movement speed. Wow. The Briskrep unique armor now has gain the deflection rating equal to 20-30% evasion. The Death's Harp unique bow now has 20 to 25% crit bonus instead of 30 to 40. Nerfed. Effigy of Cruelty. Nerfed. Malagar's Virtuosity. Nerfed in crit damage. Nazir's Judgment now has days on hit. Instead of calls days build, equal 100% damage dealt. It now has 30 to 50% increased melee damage against stunned enemies. Raya's Embrace now has 24% increased mana cost efficiency. The Quaddle's Molt unique armor now has gain deflection rating equal to 40 to 60% of evasion rating. So everyone's going to have to get one of these new defensives. You're either going to have the evasion LE reduction or the evasion deflection, huh? That is, I mean, these are great defenses though. These are really good defenses. I mean, without like, you know, they took away all of our magic flasks, so they kind of have to give us some like flat defenses, right? Deflection seems insane. Deflection and like the elemental flat reduction, the 45% elemental damage reduction seems insane too. Well, if you get all of them, you get the elemental reduction, the evasion, and the deflection. Tangle Tongue's unique spear now has less crit chance, nerfed. Whispering Ice inflicts cold exposure on hit, lowering cold resist by 20 to 30%. Instead of applying elemental exposure. The Zob's Blood unique amulet as fire exposure now applies elemental exposure. The following uniques can no longer drop and will be reintroduced at a later date. Okay, are any of these good? Inferno Clasp, Forbidden Gaze, Thunderstep, Wailing Wall, Fallen Formation, Wyland Stake, and the Deepest Tower, and Remember Tales. Were any of these like insane? They have been removed from the game. Yikes. I don't know why they had to remove them. Redblade, was it like something about block? Too much block? Redblade Banner unique shield now has 10 to 50% increased block chance from 2030. Like Coast. Okay, so they're reducing the block rate of every shield. The Doomgate unique shield now has 80 to 100% increased block chance from 80, and now has you take 25 to 40% damage from block hits, up from 20. Damn. Existing items can be updated. Distilled Emotions have been renamed to Liquid Emotions. Yo, did Liquid win the Race to World First in World of Warcraft yet, or no? Has the Race to World First, is it done? What do I think would be the best League starter? Probably something Deadeye. If you want to move fast, dude, Tailwind multiplying your movement speed additives is really good. Go like just go Tailwind, move speed, anything. It's gonna feel amazing. Oh, it's not over yet. Yep. Okay, what else we got here? The 3 lowest tiers of liquid emotion are now called diluted liquid. Orbs of chance are more likely to succeed on amulets, rings, belts, and charms. Whoa. Okay, so it'll be easier to chance than Astromantes, or easier to chance whatever you want. More whalers are now found during the trials and less often from other sources. The following omens can no longer be obtained: Greater Annulment, Dextral Alchemy, Omen of Sinistral Alchemy, Omen of Dextral Coronation, and Omen of Sinistral Coronation. The Talisman of Isheta now provides 10% increased cost efficiency. Items with inherent skills can now rarely drop with skill levels up to level 20 in high tier maps. Modifiers on martial weapons now roll up to 25% crit bonus instead of 39. Wait, what change was there to crit damage, guys? Did they add a bunch to the tree or something? To the passive tree? Because why is all the crit damage getting nerfed? Let's see. Implicit. Okay, we do. Corruption implicit on shields are now 10 to 15% block chance instead of 30 to 40. Iron runes have been nerfed. Desert runes. Oh, all the runes got nerfed slightly. Crit on items is multi with the tree. Wait, crit. Crit multi on the items is multiplicative with your flat stuff on the tree. That's why. Oh. They must have added some nice crit multi things then. Mine runes got buffed. Stone runes buffed. Saka walls nerfed. Jikwani buffed. Zalati buffed. Samoto. Oh, buffed. These are these new cores they've been adding. These new socket rolls are kind of cool. Buffed. slowing potency of debuffs on you. Tibaka, 20% reduced crit damage. Oh, that. Oh, wait a minute. How many sockets does an endgame build have, chat? Because like if you have 5 sockets on every build, you can just get free crit damage bonus, crit immunity, right? Like just to start you off. You just can't be crit anymore. That's pretty good, man. That's actually pretty good. I mean, and you can resocket it, so it's not like you can't change it later, right? When you get it from something else. Dude, crit damage immunity is a crazy stat. 25% armor. Oh, armor applies to cold damage, armor applies to fire and lightning. Okay. Lots of buff socketables. Oh, like 5% of crit damage ones instead of 12. Oh, you get like the deflection stuff here. Armor applying to elemental damage, deflection with evasion, intelligence body armors grant faster start of energy shield recharge. Okay. Lowest tier modifiers granting level to all skills on two-handed now have value at +2 instead of 1 to 2. Nice. I'm gonna play new LEC. Yeah, the new LEC is in like 6 hours. I have to figure out my starter though. Yeah, what is your starter for last epoch in 6 hours? Have you guys locked it in yet or no? We should probably watch some YouTube videos on that. Scepters can now roll allies. Can no longer roll allies have additional accuracy. Okay, because minions don't need accuracy. Okay. Necromancer. Last epoch. Dude, why are you guys hating on last epoch? Bruh. Why are you hating on last epoch, dude? It's gonna be insane. Right? Like every league I can remember in last year was like pretty fun for like a week or so. Zoo and a new abomination looking cool. Is that new abomination? Is it gonna have AoE clear? I'm afraid like some of those, when I watch like videos of those, they don't look like they have good AoE clear. New abomination. Maybe I will be a maybe I'll try out a minion Andy just so I can like AFK and walk around. What's happening with your sleeping schedule? Bro, I ordered Raising Cane's chicken at 4 p.m, bro. So I fell asleep a little bit longer than I should have. You can give it AoE skills. Dude, I'm trying to get it back on track, bro. Dude, technically, I've streamed 3 times today. Because, like, last night's stream, right, into the morning, I streamed from 8 o'clock until the morning. And then I streamed from the morning into the afternoon for the Lost Ark sponsor stream. And then tonight, I streamed again. So I technically streamed 3 times in one day. I'm always streaming. Okay. Quest changes. Monster changes. Lowered the growth on monster evasion with level. Will it be easier to hit? Failing to get hourglasses will no longer fail your trial of Sekimas. Now, instead of only damaging your honor. Okay, so they made the trials easier. The life of Act 3 bosses has been reduced by 15%, guys. Yo. That's insane. That's insane. Right? That is very poggies. Last night's horse breeding the horse, dude. I'm telling you, dude. My horse breeding strats are really good. Okay. I mean, I can show you. I can show you on my little flow cheat sheet here of my horse girls. But I don't want to go on another tangent. Okay. My horse girls are nuts. Yep. Okay. Rogue exiles now get additional life from level 65 and onwards, resulting in roughly 30 to 70% life increase from tier 1 to tier 16. To be honest, it was actually valuable information. I took it all. Oh, take it, boy. Hey, I'm glad I could help, buddy. Maybe I'll make a YouTube video on my thoughts on horse girl breeding, because there's a lot of depth. Treant Falspawn can now once be found as a specter. Non-unique items on Rogue Exile are now affected by increased rarity. Does that mean that you get like tier 1 to tier 0, or does that mean you get like instead of 1 item you get 2 items? Yep. Monsters in Viridian Wildwood unique map now have a lower aggro range while in the darkness. Oh, cool. The map version of Rattle Cage has been renamed to Volcar, the Emberon. Periodic invulnerability aura monster modifier now only makes things immune to damage from enemies. Wait, periodic invulnerability? Don't I count as an enemy? Ooh, reduced number of drowning orbs. Incrementally improve monster behavior. All right, interface, party, revive, ritual favor UI. Modifier ranges positive signs. The modifier spends both negative and positive values. Oh, that's nice. That is actually really nice because sometimes you don't know when you. Oh, when you pick up an item, you don't know if you've never seen the item before if it goes negative. Wisp minimap guys are no longer removed from your minimap if you run out of range of them. You're now able to respawn from checkpoint in the escape menu at Trial Sekimas. Controller. Control left click. Import. Multiple custom sounds. Stash UI. Micro transit. Wait a minute. Yo, look how many MTX they have. They're doing a great job. This is a shit ton of armor sets and footprints and wow. Look at these bugs though. Well, if there's a bug to your favorite skill that you didn't know about for years. Wow.